Customer service. Customer service is how a business interacts with people or customers, right? Just wanted to break it down a little bit. And often we forget about that. We're business owners, we're business personnel, we're just getting so comfortable, complacent in our mindset, and we're thinking, you know what? F this. I ain't gonna do this, or I don't know who so-and-so thinks they are calling me at 2 a.m. about this and that. Kind of wrong, kind of right, because the customer should know, or your website may say don't call after certain hours or call a certain number after a certain hour. But what I'm getting at is always respond to the customer graciously, appreciate them, acknowledge them. Sometimes customers can be tough, just like employees can. Anyhow, that's a whole nother subject, and they can be difficult. I wanted this by this amount of time and I didn't get it. And plus the girl over there was huffing and puffing and giving me a hard time about this and that. And even though you guys were in the wrong, so you guys are mistreating me. How do we deal with that, right? Why don't we come up with SOPs for every little thing that can go wrong in our company? By anytime something goes wrong, we just sit there and we type them up. Well, that would be the correct thing to do in my book, but not all of us have the patience or the time or the mindset to do that, because especially in the small business culture, it's like, well, I started this to do what I want to do. But it's like, okay, your customers are your boss. You know, they'll go where they want to go. And especially in the laundromat space, in this industry, it used to be where owners pretty much come in there, dump coins in a bucket, deuces, they're out. They didn't really have to perform. They didn't have to get up there and sing and dance to attract new customers, have TVs hanging on the wall, have the best vending machines, have a nice air-conditioned facility. They had hot swamp coolers and everything, man. And now you have to have all of the above. You know, you have to be an A-list laundromat operator. And the old way of running laundromats was, you need me, I have washers, you need clean clothes, you don't like it, find somewhere else. Oh, well, not today. You got news. Breaker 1, 2, PSA. Customer service is at an all-time high right now. We're starting to compare laundromat customer service to Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A, you know, however you pronounce it. Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A. You know, so and we're putting our employees in uniforms, buttoned down. No more Ricky out there cussing people out, throwing them out the back door. Hey, customers want to be greeted at the door. Hi, how are you? Welcome to Ricky's Laundry Service. How can I help you today? How did you hear us? To the point where they got to be like, excuse me, I'm on the phone. I've been here before. I'm about to load this up. Okay, I'll be over here if you need something, right? That's the way we got to run these laundromats. And we forget that. Even I forget that sometimes. I'm in there cussing, why this dang plumber ain't show up at the time, effing this and that. Did you know, things we don't really want to hear as customers, you know. And it's also a personal thing, just like every other business, you know, like grocery shopping. They don't want the sales associate running up and down the aisles. Ma'am, did you drop that, ma'am? It's like, girl, leave me alone. You think I'm finna steal something? You know, so we got to kind of know our limits with the customer service, but I am overboard about it. And I'm like wiping stuff down, processing orders, ringing people up. But Mary Lou and 6 other people came through, and I'm put washer 43, 42. I'm already jotting down notes in my mind, right? I'm looking, I'm following, and I'm like, okay, cool. My mind isn't, are they going to break something? My idea is, if I keep track of who's coming in and out of the store, then I know, okay, she used those machines. She might have used powder detergent. So I'm gonna fold this, pull my sear, put it in the dryer, give her space, go up to the washer. Now I'm at the washer and I'm spinning the drum. Ma'am, does this belong to you? Now I've also helped a customer locate what could have been a lost sock or a t-shirt that was stuck to the drum of the washer. And that's part of customer service, right? Then I'm cleaning the washer. The customers notice that, right? And then, so not only am I busy, but I'm making myself useful. And I'm also providing just layers of customer service upon layers. And then the same thing with the dryer. Spin that. There might be a pin or something that bled out in there. That's going to prevent a customer from causing a complaint. Same thing with your grocery store. You're watching who comes in, you're watching who comes out, you train your team, give them SOPs and let them know, look, anybody that comes through the door, hold this 45. Make sure they don't leave with the money. No, but just make sure that you're always greeting them through the process and engaging with them, right? Hi, I noticed this is in the washer, the engagement. Now, when they're done with the dryer, you notice they're leaving. Bye, Amber, good to see you. Hope to see you next time. And it's the same process with every customer. My biggest pet peeve was employees telling me it's not possible. It's so busy. But if you're really doing your job front to back the store, and I had a really big store to manage when my first year into this industry. So no excuses. It's like you always keeping your eyes peeled, wiping something down. I'm on my break. I'm eating my lunch. My eyes are peeled, and you just pretty much greeting customers, tending to their needs, and on the way out, saying bye to them and acknowledging them on the way out. Same thing with customers that from the previous time, they've had trouble getting in the door, might have seen them with a little limp or parking a handicap and they are in a wheelchair. Same thing with the outside or the exterior of your laundromat. If you have very good visuals, you have a camera system or a monitor right where you're folding laundry or processing orders. If you do have wash and fold, you always want to keep your eyes peeled. And hi, Amber, good to see you again. I noticed that you had trouble getting in last time. Can I help you in? They'll tell you yes or no, or they might not be familiar with you, so they won't take you up on that offer. But eventually, down the line, once they become a repeat customer after coming 3 times, I always call it the 4th time. I think I've heard somebody say they're a repeat customer when they came back the 3rd time. Mine is the 4th. The 4th time, 3rd time's like, still, but the 4th time you get them back in there, that's your customer. Now, it'll come out in conversations as you're getting to know them, break the ice, I like your shirt, whatever it is, right? The small talk. And they'll even start to reach out and let you know, like, hey, you know why I came here? And me, I talk a lot. So because we have ozone sanitizing washroom, because we have the best facility, because we have the Hoover Dam painted on the wall, because we're right here next to Walmart, it's convenient. Like, no, it's because you made me feel important. And I'm such and such amount of years old. And you know how that made me feel? That made me feel comfortable. This refers back to laundry being a personal thing. To bring my dirty clothes into here and to trust your washers and trust your process and all of your company rules or policies for the public. You had a clean restroom and it was layers of things, right? That all tie back in to customer service. And I've also learned through customer service, through feedback, through customers. I didn't know. I talk a lot and I'm rough too. I'm like, hey, what's going on with you? What's it? Men aren't really, the best candidates for laundromats. Let's just be real, especially men like me. I'm out going, hey, what's happening with you, bruh? We're loud. We just want to turn out, watch a football game. So, it's those little situations and customers who molded me into finding out what a good customer service and a good experience is inside of a laundromat, inside of a grocery store, and anywhere else, right? So it's clean facilities, great attentive staff. I don't even know if I said that right, but staff that pays attention and engages and also greets and says bye and also tends to any needs, doesn't make the customer feel like they're in the wrong place at the wrong time and we ain't gonna play that. So really think about customer service. The moral of this whole big 9 to 10 minute video, the moral of this story is pretty much just remember your business purpose. Obviously, the blatant answer is I need to make money. We need money. We need to throw them worms, get the dancing on the pole. We need money, right? But that is the most hideous reason to start a business, because you need increments, because you need your Fetty, because you need your chili, baba. You banged up May, Susan Young Lee for some dough, boot, and got the money out. No, you're not robbing people, man. You gotta get your mind off the streets. You're in business. You have to come correct. You had a purpose and you want it to be of convenience to somebody, and in return, you get to get paid for it. And you also get to be a great leader Okay, so let's get the job titles out the way, and pretty much set an example of how you would want to see another person come up in business, right? Serving your people, being a good human being, being a good Samaritan, being a good citizen, and doing what it do. The money comes with it, you know. But I know a lot of friends, and we're not gonna name anybody, and they start businessing, man. And I'm like, man, you're in this for all the wrong reasons. They're like, man, this employee didn't call me, and I'm, man, at that, man, I wanted to go over there and punch him in his mouth. And he had an audacity to call me. I'm like, what happened? The pipe busted,